Okay, here's an interesting one. Now you notice I keep changing the kind of scales of the graphs because I know what's going to happen on some of these. So remember, we were doing a lot of x squared graphs. They all had that shape. Some had been moved up, some had been moved down, okay, up and down the y-axis. Right, so let's have a look at this one. Okay, this is a negative x squared graph. Now I think, I'll give you a quick clue here. I think I mentioned to some people a negative x squared graph is going to look like this. Okay, but let's have a look. Ooh, whoop. Let's plot some points. Okay, let's plot some points. I'll prove it. Right, again, when x is 0, okay, remember that negative's there. I'm not going to, the 0 gets squared is 0. If I put a minus in front of it, it's still 0. When I add a 3, I get 3. Okay, so when x is 0, y is 3, right there. Okay, okay, let's have a look at this. I'll leave that there. Right, I'll erase it all. When x is 1, right, there's the negative, but it's the 1 that's just being squared, okay? Remember your base and exponent rule, you know, which is the base, it's just the x, the negative has nothing to do with this, I'll do it later. So what's 1 squared? 1 squared is 1, but I still have that minus there, and then I add a 3. Negative 1 plus 3 is 2, so when x is 1, y is 2, okay? Ooh, we're coming down, not up. Okay, again, let's try it when x is 2. Right, 2 is being squared. It still has a minus in front. The minus isn't being squared. Right, what's 2 squared? It's 4. It still has a minus. I then add a 3. Negative 4 plus 3 is negative 1. So when x is 2, y is negative 1. It's about there. Okay? Right, let's keep going because I want to make sure you're clear on this, you know, numbers. Right, how about when x is 3? So when x is 3, it is being squared. It also has a minus in front. Then I add a 3. 3 squared is 9, but it has a minus in front. I add a 3. That's going to be negative 6, so that is down here. Remember when x is 3. Right, okay. Let's go to the negative numbers. Right, now hopefully, if you remember from the other ones, you're just going to get some repetition here. Okie dokie, 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 dokie. Right, what is, now be careful, it's a negative 1 that's being squared. It still has the minus in front, okay? That's just totally separate. And then I add a 3. Okay, here's the x, negative 1. Negative 1 squared is 1. It has a minus in front. I add a 3, I'm going to get 2. Again, it's that repeating thing on the other side, okay? Right. How about when x is negative 2? So again, negative 2 is being squared. It still has a minus in front. I then add a 3. Negative 2 squared is 4, but it has a minus in front. I then add a 3. Negative 4 plus 3 is negative 1. So again, when x is negative 2, y is negative 1. Okay, I forgot to put that in time. But notice the repetition, okay? Yep, remember this? Right, I'll do one more. Let's do negative 3. When x is negative 3, okay? When x is negative 3. What's negative 3 squared? It's 9. It still has a minus in front. What's, there it is, there it is. Okay. So what's negative 9 plus 3? It is negative 6. When x is negative 3, y is negative 6. There it is. Okay, remember this? Yeah. See that repetition? Okay, let's put the negative 6 there. And again, here we go. It is now an upside down U shape, okay? It's a negative x squared graph. It's upside down. But look, if you look at the pattern here, let's erase this. Come on, pen. Whoopsie. Come on, Mr. Pen. Plus 3. You see? It's still gone up 3. Okay? So, but it is upside down. That's a negative x squared graph.